family make it over to this big crowd. Joe walks to the front and he climbs up on this impromptu stage and he gives this impassioned speech to his audience about how he's going to be the one who takes on and becomes the next Harry Houdini. And then afterwards he looks over at his assistants, all these guys that are around him, and he gestures to them that he's ready to begin. And so, with all these TV cameras rolling, the assistants walk up to Joe and they begin shackling his wrist, and they put these chains around his body, and then they lifted him up and put him inside of the see-through plastic coffin, and then this coffin was lowered into the 7-foot pre-dug hole that was right nearby. Once Joe gave the signal that he was ready to go, they would fill this hole in, and the stunt that he would perform would be to escape being buried alive. Houdini had attempted this by being buried under 6 feet of dirt, and he had managed to get out of his coffin, but then he just could not get through the dirt and began to panic. And had it not been for his assistants literally reaching into the dirt and pulling him out, Houdini would have died. Joe apparently, a year earlier, had attempted some sort of practice run of this stunt. It was not the full amount of dirt, it was some smaller amount of dirt, and he had managed to get out, and so he was really confident in himself. And so for this big televised event, he had decided to really up the ante and make sure it was clear he was not only as good as Houdini, but better than Houdini.